It is time to connect the wireless industry's influence to the political and financial elite who were deeply embedded in Washington during the 1990s, especially during the Clinton administration when the 1996 Telecommunications Act was passed. This wasn't just a law, it was an industry takeover of public policy, and it happened at a time of rampant Wall Street corruption, corporate lobbying, and high-level political connections to figures with criminal ties. The Telecommunications Act of 1996 was crafted by industry insiders, not public health experts. Section 704 was a direct handout to telecom corporations, stripping local governments of their power to object to cell tower placements based on health concerns. The FCC's 1996 safety guidelines were drafted by engineers working for the industry, not medical professionals or independent scientists. Jeffrey Epstein's White House visits over a dozen times during this era raise major questions about the power brokers influencing policy. Wall Street controlled telecom expansion, and we now know that figures involved in that administration were deeply corrupt, engaged in fraudulent activities, and later convicted of various financial crimes. Big telecoms lobbyists were writing the policies that Congress passed. Regulatory agencies were handed over to corporate lawyers and executives who shaped policy in favor of industry profits. By signing Section 704 into law, Clinton's administration legally gagged local governments and the public from raising health concerns, a blatant First Amendment violation. The FCC became an extension of the telecom industry. The FDA and EPA were stripped of their power to regulate RF radiation, despite Public Law 9602 mandating ongoing research. Industry-funded research drowned out independent science, creating the illusion of safety. Telecom companies made billions overnight. Stock prices surged as deregulation allowed unchecked expansion. Wall Street backed the industry while politicians in Washington enabled their control. The entire framework of modern wireless policy was built on corruption, regulatory capture, and unconstitutional legal maneuvers. The 1996 Telecommunications Act must be overturned. It was crafted under a corrupt administration, backed by corporate money, and remains unconstitutional. Regulatory agencies must be held accountable. The FCC, FDA, and EPA have ignored federal law, Public Law 9602, and failed to protect public health. The truth about RF radiation risks must be exposed. The entire system is built on industry deception, political corruption, and scientific suppression. Call out the deeper connections behind the 1996 law. This wasn't just about wireless expansion. It was about industry controlling public policy, using political corruption to install unconstitutional laws that continue to harm billions of people today.